Now, what's going on? I want to take y'all to Tyrese. He's going through a horrible custody battle with his ex-wife. Her name is Norma Mitchell, and his daughter is like 10 years old. She's 10 years old, and Tyrese just released the emotional plea. But I want to get to the biggest problem in the black community. The biggest problem in the black community now, I'm going to get a lot of hate mail for this, and a lot of people hate me, but I'm going to just cut straight to the chase with the black community. The black community, the biggest problem is that no fathers in the household, single mothers. Check this out. Fatherless children are 50 to 100 times more likely to be addicted to drugs. 70% of incarcerated kids come from single mothers. Fatherless children are 10 times more likely to be treated for emotional and behavioral disorders. 72% of all teenage murders, guess what, come from single mothers. Twice as likely to drop out of school, 20 times more likely to end up in prison. 75% of all suicides come from fatherless children. On top of that, every single negative statistic you can name come from single mothers. That's the biggest problem in the black community. As a videographer, I show up to the scenes of some of these crimes or some press conferences. And every single activist, there's a reporter that walks up to every single activist and asks them, what is the problem in the black community? And they all got some washed down, watered down. But I'm tired of washing it down. Same common denominator keeps coming up every single time. The murderer, the murder victim, prison, drugs, every negative statistic comes back to the home. And it's always coming back to a single family home. How did we get this single family home? That's why this Tyrese situation hits home for me. I have a daughter now. I'm not going through what he's going through, thank God. And I never do want to go through what he's going through. But this trend, how many times have we seen mothers try to keep their fathers away from the child? Take a look at Tyrese's emotional plea.
When the real fathers show up, when the real fathers that really love their kids and really are standing with their babies are there, because they're in the presence of so many fathers who may not care or being accused of not caring, they're not able to tell the difference between the good ones and the bad ones, between the criminals and the men of God, the Muslims, the Jews, the Christians, the men that wake up every day, to focus on one thing. Don't take my baby, please. Don't take my baby. Don't take my baby. Oh, this is all I got. This is all I got. This is all I got. Don't take my baby, okay? I've been away from my baby for 2 months. I just want my baby. And no one's listening because no one's in the courtroom. I'm not doing anything illegal. But I don't want nobody. Oh my God, am I doing something illegal by doing this video? Or am I protected by the First Right Amendment or the amendment? Don't take my baby. I'm at $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. My Shayla. My Shayla. And ain't nobody showing up for me. I got all these millionaire friends. I got billionaire friends. I've been there for you. Why nobody's there for me? And if they doing this shit to me, if they taking my baby, or because she wakes up and decides on September 11th, this is what I feel like saying about Tyrese. Nobody wants to hire me, Norma. Congratulations. Oh.
Now, with this case, I'm gonna also show you guys a clip from Wendy Williams' show. Now, here's why they say that the ex-wife Norma Mitchell has a restraining order against Tyrese. Take a look.
That ex-wife is accusing him of child abuse.
Right, so hard to believe.
Their
but
10-year-old daughter.
yeah, the one that he was just on your show saying how he loves so much. So yeah, allegedly, Tyrese's wife, ex-wife, Norma Mitchell is accusing Tyrese of child abuse. Now, back in September, Norma filed a lawsuit because allegedly on August 19th, Tyrese beat Shayla for taking money out of her own piggy bank that was given to her for her birthday. Now, Norma describes the incident and she said this is what went down, allegedly. He went into a rage, pushed our daughter to the ground, pinned her face on the floor, put his knee in her back, took his arm and restrained her with one of his arms and used the other one to beat her. Yeah, allegedly. So that's what happened. I mean, to describe it just sounds pretty scary.
And so now I hear that the judge is allowing the 10-year-old daughter to testify.
Yeah, now that's the sad part. Now, Tyrese
But
bad.
it's necessary.
You believe it's necessary?
Yep, it is.
Wow, the audience agrees too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Tyrese is begging for her not to get up there and testify.
she temporarily has custody. The restraining order is in effect as well, and he has to stay 100 yards away from both her, the ex-wife, and the daughter, Shayla. And they are due back in court on October 24th. And yes, if Shayla was to testify, Tyrese made a statement and said, please prevent her from testifying. She's only 10 years old. This will have a long-lasting psychological effect on her. And the judge said, nope, as long as Norma wants her to testify, she would testify. So it's pretty much up to the ex-wife right now.
He's saying that Norma's mad because Tyrese went on and remarried.
Yeah.
So, like, she's jealous.
Yeah, he made a quote, a long, lengthy quote on Instagram, but I shorted just for you, girl. He said, all I want to do is co-parent, nothing else, please. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words would never hurt. I've only prayed that your heart heals and we live our lives separately and peacefully on behalf of our daughter. Paint your picture, but God knows the truth. Child custody, family issues are the worst.
Now, so they're saying that Tyrese beat his child and now she got a restraining order against him. This girl is getting $13,000 a month. This hits home because this is the biggest problem in the black community. How many times have we seen women keep their children away from the fathers? Ladies, that's the worst thing you could do in the world. This child support system, I am 110% against this child support system. The child support system is designed to destroy the black man. And that's exactly what it's doing. It is proven to be designed to destroy the black man. And that's what they're doing. Divide and conquer. I tell a lot of women, they say, Donald, wait a minute, you'll just drop child support system? Yes. They're like, what do you do without it? And I tell them, what do you do without the child support system? And they're like, Donald, you're just going to let them off the hook? No. You're not going to put them on the hook. For one, here's in the black community, we have a huge problem of, and this is because of welfare, and this is because of the child support system. Here it is. And I tell people, ask any foreigner, ask a Nigerian, ask any foreigner outside of the black community. Excuse me, you live in this country, that country, or whatever country. What do y'all do without child support? What do y'all do without welfare? They're going to laugh at you first because they think that's a goddamn retarded, stupid question. Then they're going to tell you, Donald, I just couldn't lay with any goddamn body. I had to have a ring or choose a great guy that was going to be there in the child's life. That's one of the problems we get in the black community, especially with these damn celebrities. We got women out here just sleeping with any goddamn body. If he doesn't want you, if he doesn't have a crib car career, doesn't want you, doesn't want the child, can't take care of his other 5 children, ladies, what are you doing having a child with this cat? Period. Here it is in the black community. It's normal to have 3 children by 3 different baby daddies, and all 3 are fucking deadbeat dads. No jobs, no crib, can't take care of none of the other 5, 6, 7 kids. Now we got children raised up with no fathers. That's the biggest problem in the community, period. Every single day, the common denominator keeps coming back to single homes. How did we get to single parent homes? That's the problem. Once we can solve we already know what the problem is no fathers. Problem we need to get to is how do we get to no fathers, and it's come back to the welfare system and this child support system. Before, without the child support system, even if the father and the mother broke up, that's cool. And I'm not saying you have to be married. However, you guys are gonna have to make it work. You can't run to the government and just go get extract money from him. You can't just go to the government and get free house, free food, free everything. You have to make it work with him. Y'all have to be better for that child. Today, women, fathers, look, you have to come together for that child. Because once you two are beefing, it destroys nobody but that child. Once you have a child, your only priority is that child. It ain't about you. It ain't about none of you. It's not about nothing except the betterment of that child. I went to child support court with someone, and all 98% blacks, and that courtroom is packed to the capacity. To people are standing out in the hallway, and every month it's a different group of people there, 200-300 people there. That child support, it's $1 billion business. We are making the court system absolutely rich beyond imaginable. And this is why I would destroy that child support system. I tell women this all the time. What do you do without it? And they be like, well, how am I going to get some money? You're not going to sleep with a motherfucker that can't take it. And then it ain't about money too. It's about who can take care of that child emotionally. Even if somebody doesn't have a job, a crib, car, career, he can still emotionally, and if he has help, and he's willing to be in that child's life emotionally, physically, and that's what I say. What do you do? And that's what, when I ask women, what do you do without it? You have to choose a great guy. A lot of people think, it's a culture issue. All these other countries in the world don't have this different culture. Wait a minute. Ask anybody that's 75 plus. That's why all of our grandfathers, mothers and fathers was together 45 years and all had the same, everybody has the same mother and father, and everybody has. Because 75 years ago, I had a lady tell me, Donald, I couldn't go run the welfare. I was raised up in a 1-bedroom shack with five children. I couldn't go just sleep with anybody. I couldn't go get on child support. I had to make sure I had a ring. I had to make sure that he was going to be there for the rest of his life. He was a good guy. That's what the child support system, that's what welfare takes away. That choice of a good guy. The child support system, to me, is exactly like the jobs. Women are the hirers. We are the hirees. We pass out our resume. Women do the calling back. That first date is the interview. Just like a job. If Microsoft had horrible employees, they were just picking bums off the street to come work for Microsoft, then they complain, damn, I got horrible employees. My thing is, I wouldn't go to the bums and say, do your job. I would say, Microsoft, are you checking backgrounds? Are you doing a background check on these people? Are you checking their resume? Did you do an interview? Did you bother to even check references? And if the answer is no, then motherfucker, you bogus. You stupid for that. And this is the going problem in the black community. It is not going to get solved until we solve this welfare and this child support system. It's not. How many times have we seen women abuse this system? It's nothing but an abused system. More than 60-70% of women abuse this system just for revenge. I don't even understand why celebrities get married. That's the dumbest shit in the world. And honestly, I hate to say it, they shouldn't even be having kids because this is what's going to happen. They see that money. That's why I'm also against it. Now you got women groupies that's just sleeping with men just to get this check. Now they want $13,000 a month. That's bananas. And give the man a chance to take care of his child. The worst thing you could do is take away a man's kids. Women know that. Also, take a look every day. I watch news clippings from every different sources of the news, and every day I see 4 or 5 murder suicides. And the reason why you got so many murder suicides, pay attention. Let me tell you something, women, y'all may think this shit is funny to destroy a man and take his kids. However, men are unstable creatures as well, especially. We don't handle emotion like that. Women, you take away a man's kids, man. There's a guy in North Carolina. His wife took his kids for 3 months. He knocked on the auntie's door and said, look, I just want to see my kids. I think it was 3 weeks, something like that. North Carolina. He just said, hey, I want to see my kids. I ain't seen them in 3 weeks. That's all I want. You know what they did? They called the police on him. The courts have no right to tell a man he can't see his kids when and where he can see his kids. He has every right to those children just as much as she does. Just as much as she does. And here it is, we had a country that divide and conquer. That's what it was there for. That's what it's put in place for, and that's exactly what it's doing. But this guy, he snapped. Snapped. He killed everybody in the house. He killed 8 people. And he waited for the police to come there. He said, look, I just want to see my kids. And can you imagine somebody taking your children? It's not funny. It's not cute. It's a dangerous game you're playing. Watch the news. Pay attention to the I'm telling you. Watch how many murder suicides there is in America every single day. Anyway, I want y'all to like, comment, let me know what you think about this video. Peace. I'm out.